Hello everyone, welcome back. This video is going to be the analysis of the Manchester United Fulham game that took place yesterday. Man United, of course, won 3-2. We're 2-0 up, cruising. Casemiro with a great goal, great headed goal, and a great no-look pass assist to Cunha. We gave away a penalty, kind of gave away, well, there was a worldie goal, and then we come back and won. Overall, solid performance again. Winning, is everything. I feel like at 2-2, if we'd drawn that game 2-2, it would have been really deflating. I think there was a couple of tactical things in there that I didn't like that we did at 2-0, which I'll explain on the tactics board. But otherwise, again, the brand of football, the speed of play, the style of football, is greatly improved, and Michael Carrick's doing a wonderful job so far. We're in fourth place. Things are looking up. So let me take you to the board.
Okay, United, as they've been doing under Carrick, lined up in a 4-2-3-1 formation, and Fulham actually matched them. Fulham usually play with this style of play from what I've seen, but they have played against quote unquote bigger teams that maybe they would be pressed back against. Sometimes utilising three at the back. Notably, they didn't against Arsenal. So I think, to be honest with you, the first 20 minutes of the game surprised me. Fulham were in the game way more than I expected. I thought they'd come, sit back, try and transition, try and hit some on the counter, let us kind of kill ourselves, which we've seen Manchester United do a lot of times. But Fulham were actually arguably on top until Casemiro's goal, which was a great headed goal. Casemiro had another fantastic performance as a number six. Like I said before, he's really kind of shone under Carrick. I don't think that's just a fluke. I think that he's much more comfortable having a ball playing midfield like Mainu next to him. He's comfortable in the 10. Again, it's just replicating what he did at Real Madrid. He's screening the back line. He knows exactly the angles he takes are phenomenal. Um, Intercepting, his passing range is really, it's not improved because he's at the kind of twilight of his career. He's got this passing range, but having Mainu, having Fernandez in front, having these types of players that can orchestrate the game, actually it's really affected his passing, and he's been phenomenal. Ahmad had another fantastic game. He just looked so sharp and great down here attacking. I was watching the game, and this is going to sound weird at first, but I was making comparisons to him and Jack Grealish. Jack Grealish, what he does, he's like a boxer as a footballer, and what I mean by that, he's almost like engages the defender. He engages them so, like obviously, and then he kind of, moves around them. The one thing Grealish doesn't have is Ahmad's pace. Ahmad is blistering. He just looks better and better. I hope he keeps improving. The way he's looking absolutely dominant. Junior played a bit more narrow here than a Dorhu would or a left winger. I actually thought it was a decent game. We've seen Carrick. We kind of know the principles of his play right now. The focus is on the middle of the field. I don't think that's just because he was a midfielder. I think he likes to, his angles of pressure. He's driving the game into the middle of the park when we don't have the ball. When we do have the ball, he's using the middle of the park to spray uh, the play. And, our passing is so much quicker, so much urgent. I said about the back three, the amount of times our right centre back, our left centre back were just kind of slow in play. Now we have the fullback getting round with Dallo. Dallo had a really good game, to be fair to him. Sure, the backing up of them, we're getting more crosses in the box. And the we were 2-0 up, and we were kind of cruising the game. Obviously, a great ball by Casemiro, a no-look pass, and then Cunha with a great finish. And then there was a moment that I think highlighted kind of like the weaknesses of playing without a recognised number nine. Mbemo, fantastic player, really good player, really come on. Let's look at Manchester United player, just like Cunha, drives at people. But there was a moment in the second half where he was over here. I think it was 1-0. We've transitioned. He's gone, and he's won the ball over here, or he's attacking over here. Freeze back with him. Ahmad's not gone up. He's not. There's no run here. We've got a situation, oh, where This is the situation what we were in. And Bromo's out wide. We've got no support. It's a quick transition. The one player we had up, Fulham had, done a decent job about keeping kind of a base. The one player we had up was Bruno. And Bruno is slight to say the least. To have him against 6 foot defenders like we've had, um, the look it wasn't a great look, and it was something that we're not going to ever get success in. And you saw when Cisco came on, same situation, same kind of, okay, it wasn't Bummer at the time because Cisco was the 9, but you could see the penetration came from here, ball, goal from Cisco. So actually the substitutions, the one thing that I thought about the game to be extra critical was it was almost backwards. Whereas, hey, when we were 0-0, 1-0, till nil, it was like, okay, so we've got the striker, who's a great player, but he's not really an out and out striker. Holding up the ball isn't really his forte. He's looking to turn and run all the time, and getting in the box is not a spin. So the angles that Bomo takes are kind of in between the fullback and the centre back, just like his goal last week. And so it was an interesting concept, but we did fine. Obviously, we were 2-0 up. That's when I would have kept Mbemo on. That's when I think we could have stretched them. That's when I think having someone like him would have been useful with his runs into the channels. Um, that's when we didn't need that kind of tall, holding the ball up, number 9 player. And yet, that's when substitution was made, which I understand because Cisco needed minutes. And Bamo, like I made sense, but I don't think there was, that was the deal. Was I think that Fulham then got a stranglehold in the game because they didn't have to worry about the grass behind them as much. That being said, at 2-2 was the perfect time to have Cesc on, so he kind of flipped back and then he scored. And all's well that ends well. I'm not going to be extra critical because I think that it was just one of those things, and you could have brought Cesco on for Mbemo, and 9 times out of 10 we win 2-0. No one sees anything, but I was kind of like, ooh, that I don't know if I totally agree with that. But again, so far, Carrot 4 marks, 3 wins out of 3, and we're playing much better football. We're almost playing rondos on the field again. I think he's really drilled into players. The urgency, speed of play. Speed of play has increased remarkably. That's been the biggest difference, really, the speed of play. So, another good day at the office.
And there we have it. Again, things are looking up. I think we're going to be strong till the end of the season. We're playing a very Manchester United brand of football, and what I mean about that, it's kind of ferocious at times. It's very attacking, and it's very front foot in your face. So long may it continue. I will be doing a preview of the Spurs game later in the week, obviously an analysis after. Like, subscribe, please comment. I love the comments actually, and have yourselves a great day. Thank you.